What's happening? We are working on lesson 7, which is our introduction to the 5th main case, which is the ablative. There are 7 cases, but there are 5 that are used very frequently. Alright, so this one's going to be the ablative. And the ablative case is means or instrument. And that's basically the tool you're using for something. So for example, right here we have you're writing with a pencil. Alright, the tool that you are using to accomplish it, that's the ablative of means or instruments. And it's usually the word with is going for that. Alright, and we'll get more of that. We're going to put all the endings together and then do some examples in English, but let's figure out nominative. We've done this before. That's a subject. It's what does the action. Genitive is possession of apostrophe s. Dative is indirect object. Receives the direct object. And our word for that is to. Accusative. Alright, direct object receives the action. Ablative, means or instrument. And then with is going to be our word. Actually, just for ease sake, I'm going to switch colors because I can. That's what dreams are made of. Okay. And we'll use that a little bit down below when we're determining the case. To figure out the stem of a word, alright, you need to go with the genitive singular. Now, how do you find that out? Well, this is the nominative singular. This is the genitive singular. Alright, so you want to find the genitive singular and take off the ending to get your stem. So if you notice, I took off the ending, which was a E. That gave me my stem. Wait, that doesn't look good. Alright, and is, is. Those are the endings. For second declension, again, nominative singular here, genitive singular here. I need to get that stem. And if you ever think, Mr. B, your handwriting is complete garbage, I can't read what you're writing. If you follow the rules, you'll be alright. So, take the genitive singular off the ending. I tried really hard to get it right, but, so, I took the genitive singular ending off, which is I, that left me with SCRV, and then the endings for second declension. Alright, us, e, o, e, orm, esosis. And then if you need this up longer, by all means pause it, watch it again, you do you. Okay, so determine the case, here we go. We have our 5 cases up above. With a sword, alright, so this is means or an instrument, so the with is going to let us know it's ablative, so means, because that's the instrument he's using to kill the monster. He saw the king's horse. Alright, big thing right there. We got the apostrophe showing possession. So it's going to be genitive. We sailed to the island. Alright, that's the doer of the verb. So nominative, it's going to be the subject. She gave food to the cat. Alright, this is our nominative because that's our subject. This is our direct object. This receives the direct object. So that's going to be an indirect object, which is dative. I found an armadillo in the truck. That's a direct object, so that's going to be accusative. I was fighting with a bow and arrow. Alright, so means instrument, that's going to be ablative because it's a tool you use to fight. I did not fight well with a bow and arrow. That's going to be your subject, so nominative. The size of the monster was enormous. Of here is going to be one of our key words for genitive. Possession. They announced a meeting to the court yesterday. So this is our subject. This is our direct object. And what's receiving it is the court, which is the indirect object, so that's going to be dative. A troll punched me in the stomach, that's no good, but me is receiving the action, so it's the direct object, which means it's accusative. It hit me with its fist. Alright, so the tool or the instrument it's using. And they crawled out of the sewer, that's the subject, so nominative subject. Alright, so if you need examples of in English, you've got some right here, so look back over this if you need to, if you're struggling with any of the uses. Alright, we got some sentences, and then the first thing we gotta do is we gotta look at a verb. So we have our verb nuntiamus. Alright, the most is we. So we announce. And this is one of our trigger words for dative, so we need to look for a dative. Alright, but first up, what's accusative? Our direct object, and that's going to be right there. We announce the victory. We got our dative ending right there. We announce the victory to the queen. Alright, with letters. Alright, our verb on this one, ti, he, she, or it, so that's going to be puella. The girl, alright, looks after. Needs something accusative, and that is going to be accusative, looks after the servant. And then if you notice the long marks over the A's, those long marks go with ablative. So with is our word that goes with ablative, with great care. Alright, T is he, she, it, that's the queen. The queen saves. I need something to save. There's my accusative. The son or her son. Aqua, that long mark is ablative. With water. Alright, now have at the rest of them, 4 through 10. And pause the video so you can do them on your own. And if you're struggling, hit play and I'll go over them with you. Alright, so there's our verb. It's a linking verb, so I'm linking those two things. If you notice, I got a genitive right there. So the number of horses was small. T, he, she, or it. It's the farmer, the farmer. Alright, kills. Alright, the UMs are going together. Those are my accusatives. The bad soldier. Or no, the bad servant. And then this is my ablative. With a sword. He, she, or it. That's going to be my he, she, or it. The messenger announces. And this is one of the trigger words for dative. The messenger announces the victory. Alright, and then the long mark over the A is going to be ablative with a letter. Our verb is here, the muss is we. So we entrust. Alright, the AM is our accusative, the money. And mondo is one of those words that takes the dative. And this is going to be our dative to the messenger. T is Hishirit, that's the farmer. The farmer just won. Saves the girl with care. T Hishirit, the queen, looks after Populum, the people. T Hishirit, the queen, verb kills. My accusative, AM, is right there, kills the farmer. Gladio with a sword. Alright, what case is each word? With, that goes with ablative, so you want you. To the new province. Actually, we don't know, this is a bad example. So, we're going to do this. And consider that a happy little mistake. Thank you, Bob Ross. Where's the supply of food? Of is our key word for genitive. We love cows. Direct object, but make that accusative. And then that apostrophe is going to tell us possession, genitive. Alright, so that's the introduction to ablative. That's going to be part 1. Alright, for the rest of the packet, have a look-see at part 2. If you have any questions, let me know.